Morning. Right, sending out a ball out to Kristen because there's no word from her. I know I haven't been able to get on the internet, but she's got hurricane over there. So I'm hoping she's alright and head out from her and it's not like her. 9th of August 2024. Moon in Libra. Still in Mercury retrograde. The writings on the wall is the song. And they give me another line which is I've been here before, so I'll find it. I've got the melody. Oh, what? Well, you saw me shake him up. Same as yesterday. Put it on ice. Was it yesterday? Maybe not yesterday. Put it on ice. Because your decision might be different in a few days' time. We are in Mercury retrograde, so you might be revisiting something. Sagittarius, learning a lesson. 8th house of Scorpio and the Sun. Transformations, death and rebirth. So chill your beans is what they're saying, because you may make a mistake otherwise, and one you're going to regret. Oh, Aliash is here. Can you hear him? He's made his presence known. You can't take him on a narrowboat, so he's with me. Okay, here we go then. So today is the card that inspired the quote that I always have on my Facebook page. I've had it for years. The first one, the second one. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me. This is the card that says you will not walk alone. There'll always be somebody in spirit or the flesh to walk with you. That's if it's in the upright. It's about your gut instinct. It's about following the true path. It's the Buddha card, who gave up all his riches to become a spiritual person. So let's see what it says then. It's the lamplighter, so it's my granddad card, and he was a lamplighter in reality, worked for gas board and used to light gas lights. So 27s, there's a lot of 27s in my life. Some good, some bad. Always to teach me a lesson, to guide me along my path. So a blessing or a lesson, they're always important, because even the lessons are a blessing in a way. Taking his time to come out, unless I've missed him. There he is. So we're not listening to spirit at all. We're not listening to our gut instincts. Something's taken over, either our emotions or our brain. Materialism. Needing or wanting the material things in life more than the spiritual. It's 2 dogs, 2 snakes, negative energy. We've also got the eagle soaring high, which can be Aries or Scorpio. That's the sitting on the fence card. We're not doing that anymore. Stop trying to juggle your finances, people, situations. Make a decision. Ask for help if need. You can't do everything on your own. We're not going to like the next 8 days. There are things out of the blue that we didn't expect and we didn't want. Rapid actions and communications. We need to speak our truth. We need to cut through the bullshit, get to the point. It could be a sarcastic, younger energy, someone who says things we don't like, but it's needed. The truth needs to come out. The children, someone from the past, possibly, nostalgia, looking at photographs, videos, fond memories of the past. Someone returning from the past. Again, Spirit will give us fair winds. We have to hoist our own sail. Acceptance. Those in uniform, the cuckoos in the nest, the ones that we once accepted as friends, now are enemies. Some of a darker complexion maybe, some in uniform, some are Capricorns, male or female. Capricorn is 20th of January to 20th of February. Also those in the year of the ox and those in Taurus. We've got Sweet William there, so the name William, and we've got the watermelon. The story of the watermelon man. Those that have been with me for a long while, you'll know it. It's somebody that was adopted into a rich family and then was exiled because of jealousy of his siblings. And through the wherewithal of his wife, when on the island there was exiled, watermelons washed up and they lived off the watermelons. She dried the seeds, planted them and reaped the rewards. So this is what we've got to do, is plant the seeds for a better future. They became very rich from the sale of watermelons for the passing ships. There's the ships again. And then the parent of the adopted family heard about this rich person, went to the island to see what was going on, and they were reunited. So there could be a reunion, but don't see this as friendly because they may seek revenge. Criminal activity, Gemini. Again, a lot of swords here. Negative thinking, mental illness. The gardener, 1 or 28. Siblings, children, again. Hands, arms, shoulders, issues. Depression. big depression and criminality, lies, deceit and theft. So no magic, because you're casting spells of negativity. Nothing negative should come out of your mouth, no matter what you're speaking about. You put it in a positive form. 6 months, 4 months to 6 months is mentioned, and 8 days. The 4 to 6 months is positive, the 8 days is negative. So you're lacking guidance, spiritual guidance. You have to be still and listen to your guides. Gemini would be Mercury retrograde. So we have to release a heavy burden. The letter D is important. 10 days. So the love has left the building. There is no love lost in this situation. Pisces in Neptune leaves 2026. So we may have to get till 2026, which would be the 2 years. We need a day off. We need to find peace of mind, because we're blind to what's going on. So that's why we're putting it on ice. He's back with all mouth and no trousers. No action being taken. Feeling impotent, feeling unable or unwilling to take action. The ancestors have been dishonoured. Yeah. There is a third party here. There is mentally unstable, at the very least, people involved. Insanity, dementia, but also wickedness. Someone who wishes ill on others. Someone who comes between others. Something or someone that comes between you and what you want. It's heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. 19, negative. Someone is keeping you in the dark and deliberately blocking your path, which is the sun, which is in the dice. Delays in travel and children. Bickering, arguing, fighting. Stand up for yourself, but don't attack. Defend yours. Stand on your own 2 feet. Be financially and emotionally independent, within or without a relationship or job. You have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. 9 years of stability, independence, but there's still something lacking. And there's the passing. That's what I was thinking. For me, it's obvious connection to Dingo, a friend, because of the D. It's a heavy burden that's been released now. So, a passing or a betrayal. Enough is enough. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. An end to pain, physical or emotional. 10 weeks. So we've got 2 10s. Actions and thoughts must stop. And then there will be success. Success in battle. But this seems to be a battle of wills, a mental, psychological warfare. There it is again. Acceptance for now. The spirit are giving you fair winds, but you have to hoist your own sail. Accept. There is, for some, boredom. and it causes problems when there's boredom. We will heal. So there we are, they've doubled it again. We will heal. This heartache, sorrow, loss and separation will heal. But we won't forget. There is a bond broken. Temporary or permanent. That's a Sagittarius energy. Finish what you started, but don't act in haste or repent at leisure. Don't give up on what your purpose is, but for now, there's a pause. Because if you act too hastily, it will fall apart. There it is again, the truth comes out, harsh words, somebody's poking that hornet's nest, so somebody may be baiting you, saying nasty things. Some of them true, some of them maybe not, but you don't react to it. You have to have a clear mind and think clearly. There it is again. Sitting on the fence is not an option. You have to pick a side, but you don't have to always react. And then the miracles will happen. So when we turn it around, we get very, very clear. We are no longer depressed and we can perform miracles. This is the magician. Your words and thoughts are spells, so keep them positive. This is children, the magic, the positive energy of the universe. 1 and 28. Twins, siblings, hands, arms, shoulders. We've got the runes there of mankind. We've got the cup, can't remember what it's called. We've got the one we had yesterday. We've got Hagalaz and don't know what that one is. Can't see it because of the fuzzy head. So, and that'll be Kunas, I think. It's a bit like Mary Poppins. He's got everything in that bag. A bag of tricks. This is the hero. This is the miracle maker. The one that comes in out of nowhere, maybe. Could be somebody new entering your life. It is Gemini energy. When Mercury goes direct, don't do anything till then. So we've got another couple of weeks. It could be someone that wears hats, many hats, collects hats, or someone that is different, many different things to many different people. It's anything from a hairdresser to a surgeon, a barista to someone that works with large liquid vats. Coins can be cash or circular saws. It could be a chef even. What's the other one? Oh, and a joiner to a lumberjack. So, somebody must stop slogging the guts out, working for the benefit of others and getting nothing for themselves. It's Cinderella syndrome. So, no going to the ball yet, I'm afraid. There's been 8 years of sacrifice, at least. So, ice, we'll go through it again, but we've already just done it, haven't we? I think it was the day before yesterday, I'm not sure. Or yesterday. So, ice is too cold and slippery. It shines like glass and is most like to gems. A floor wrought with frost and fair to see. And that's what the hermit is telling us. That he isn't there because you're not listening to hold that light up to light your way. And if you're not careful, you may stumble and fall. So, it is the shape of an icicle, cold, hard, unyielding, and capable of causing pain. So, if you're that, stop it. By extension, ice is a general is associated with this rune, especially the type of ice that makes walking difficult. It is connected with the slow-moving and inexorable glacier, being notable for its hardness. It's also associated with cold iron, from which magic cannot work, so remove the iron, from which weapons are made. It's the heads of reindeer, so Christmas time, which is Sagittarius, around the snowy waste, as well as ferocious wild boars. So the boar again, and that is Venus, and Taurus again. It's the alder tree, which is Aquarius, Pisces. The Pisces we've got, and it's connected to the number 7, and we've got 7. We had 7 yesterday, so the number 7 is really important. I'm sure it was yesterday. Verdandi is the known of the present, the third goddess of fate to appear in the sequence of the runes. Her iron will, so your iron will, as guardian of the status quo, fits perfectly with nature of Isa. Another goddess whose cold heart resisted warmth and persuasion of all kinds, who refused Odin the means to avenge the death of his son. So somebody being refused justice. It's symbolic of the frozen earth of winter. So if there is no justice, we will not prosper. This is a slow-moving glacier. The force of the rune Isa is unstoppable, so it cannot be stopped now. All we require when this rune is found is the rarest of virtues, patience. The appearance of Isa is most distressing when a question is asked about relationships, because this icy rune foretells a period of emotional cooling, yet this is not necessarily a permanent state of affairs, because a thaw will eventually come, and the ice will melt. In other affairs, Isa also shows events down to a crawl. Business partnerships will go through rocky patch because expected events will not happen when they are supposed to. You may also find the blocks to your ambitions, which are deliberate there, will turn out to be blessings in disguise, because your aims and desires are about to change during this period of delay. Even though this rune is not the most comfortable to live with and can be very distressing for affairs of the heart, the cool clarity of ice bestows a calmness conducive to quiet contemplation. The true gift of Isa is a respite from cluttered thinking, and that's what we need, which will allow you to see your situation and prospects more clearly. It may even show you how to progress in the future to avoid the pitfalls and slip-ups that would otherwise occur. If you're involved in a creative venture of any kind, it would be a good idea to take a pause. Even if you believe that you are wasting time, nothing could be further from the truth. This interval will allow you to recharge your talents, and when the thaw sets in, you will thus be able to pursue your tasks with renewed vigour. So sit and plan. Traditionally, the rune is association with the number 7, so its appearance in a final rune could indicate a period of 7 days. It's said to have no inverted meaning. However, if you do choose to interpret it the reverse, the immobility that it suggests can be taken as a message that you can go no further and must completely change direction at this time. So, 8th house is about death and rebirth, transformations. The snake, again, funeral parlours, cemeteries, labour wards, ancestral property, black. Interaction, shared resources, birth, death, rebirth, regeneration, sexual union, integration, self-sacrifice, expanded awareness, inheritances, other people's money, and metaphysics. The secrets of the universe will be revealed. This is a point at which we move beyond self-awareness to universal awareness. In its Plutonian reaches, death is met, the one great certainty of life and the most feared, and expanded states of consciousness are encountered. At a mundane level, the 8th is the house of shared resources and monetary gain of things inherited. The sign on the cusp describes how easily resources are shared and how altruistic someone can be, so greedy. Inheritance may be on a physical or psychic plane, including ancestral patterns and potential. An elusive Pisces or Neptune, which we've got, may indicate an inheritance that slips through one's fingers or continuation of a family pattern of addiction. Capricorn, which we've got, could suffer loss, inheritance or substantial legacy or a flair for business. Because you have to be cutthroat and brutal in business. So the sun in Sagittarius. Adventurous, self-expression, spontaneity, questioning, philosophical and energetic. The sun in Sagittarius bounces back after setbacks, but can burn out. So there's your burnout, there's your bounce back. You've got to stick at it, but you must not act in haste. You've got to plan. Solar eclipse, a revolution. Master number 44. Can't see this one staying up. So, anyway. The Two of Wands. You're at a crossroads. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Revolution is actually something that starts in your heart. The name Bill and Viola. We've already got William there. And Viola could be the flower or a name. This card spells out change. Eclipses, both solar and lunar, are the earliest forecasting tools. I don't know when the next one is. Through these dramatic sky events, the ancients understood that major transformations are about to happen. 8th house. And since these eclipses look so dramatic, ancient people greatly feared them. Since during an eclipse, the sun and moon give the impression they disappear. The ancients associated eclipses with serpents, the snake again, and they believed were devouring the light of the sky. From this, the ancient formed the idea of death and rebirth, which is what eclipses are all about, the Scorpio energy. In other words, when it comes to eclipses, something has to die. For better things to be born. In the case of solar eclipse, the effects are longer lasting. The solar eclipse occurs during the new moon, so we will actually be in probably the energy of the last solar eclipse until the next one. When the sun and the moon are in opposition but perfectly aligned, for a brief time the moon obscures the sun, blocking it from view. So blocking our view. In essence, this is a blackout and means we must focus on what is directly in front of us. So we may have power cuts, we may have internet communications go down, and I started with Kristen, didn't I? Something going on with those of you in the path of the hurricane. If so, please stay safe. Usually a change or a shock is in store which may not be welcome but is necessary to move forward. When the solar eclipse turns up in a reading, you can expect swift changes that end one chapter and start a new one. You may have felt something would eventually happen, not having recently paid much attention to the situation. Then you're presented with a shock or a jolt and you're reeling over the sudden change. This upheaval takes away what has been familiar and safe, so that you can embark on new territory or even venture to strange new terrain. But it will be daunting. These events will seem like negatives at first: a divorce, the end of a relationship, being forced to move, or even losing your job. Eclipses tend to affect relationships foremost, and so you may soon see stresses and upsetting changes in your relationship support that you have counted on. For whatever reason, these may be taken away, either for the time being, but perhaps permanently. So the one thing you can count on is that your life is going through a complete rearrangement of sorts. The energies are saying that it is necessary to be cruel before being kind. But eclipses are not always about the downside. Instead, you may find yourself having to dive in, change something, fix something, or create something you hadn't even thought of, but it will work out brilliantly. That ends up transforming your life in ways you'd hoped for, but maybe beyond your wildest imaginings. All in all, when the solar eclipse card turns up, it implies you are being forced to make a decision, to act on it. There will be no stepping away from it, even though you may not be consciously aware of just how much certain issues are not working. It's time to look ahead and finally resolve what has held you back. Now is the time to begin anew and start the new chapter in the book of your life. 13. The sacred waters, deep healing. Calcium and iron must be taken, and it is the pilgrimage, so you have to go within or on a pilgrimage, travel somewhere. The pilgrim, Buddha. Check out his story on Google if you have to, if you don't know not about him. Number 30. Door numbers, birthdays, anniversaries, date for your diary, whatever it is, the number 30. So drink more water. The sacred waters that run below Glastonbury, the centre of many spiritual emotional pilgrimages. The natural springs have run for centuries across one another under the hill or tor, where it is said the fairy kings reside in the halls. Wells are known to the Celts as gateways to the spirit world and therefore become places of spiritual pilgrimages. The chalice wells in Glastonbury are red, so due to the red iron oxide it carries, so you need more iron. Here you can visit the well and the beautiful gardens, which is said to have amazing healing and spiritual properties. Close to the chalice well, down a little laneway, is an old Victorian well house that can be found the White Springs, which is calcification. This was so named due to the white calcite stains the waters leave behind. The calcite constantly blocked the pipes of the pump, so maybe you've got calcified heart valve like me, was soon abandoned. Now it is a site which plays host to pagan shrines, and visitors are welcome to bathe in the cold water or collect water to take home. Water has long been associated with emotions, flow or movement, and we've got to go with the flow. Are you feeling emotional or you needing to let go emotions? Either way, the sacred waters is asking you to seek out water for healing, whether that means going to the beach, finding a creek, or even buying small water fountains to have in your space where you can connect to the water elements. Ask for their healing. Ask them to show you how to let go and become in flow. Another aspect of the card is the need to do a pilgrimage of some sort. Is there a place you have yearned to visit but not understood why? Has it felt like an impossibility to travel to where you need to go? A spiritual pilgrimage does not necessarily mean you need to physically travel there. You can visit any location you like with meditation or shamanic journeying. So if you can't no longer go home to mum and dad, go there in your mind. You might like to record a meditation that guides you where you want to go. You might like to visit the Chalice Well, the White Springs of Glastonbury. Create the imagery of the place you want to go, or a shrine. The limits are endless. You see, our spirit is not confined to our body. We can send our consciousness to anywhere that we would like to go. The more we practice, the easier it becomes. This card is asking you to step out of your comfort zone and take a journey to somewhere you've never been, to receive a deep healing that is necessary for you at this time. The man and the foal, the mare and the foal. So this is about you having to stand on your own 2 feet, as you're not doing it. Foals don't have that luxury. They have to get up straight away. It is the number 32. The gentle mare nurtures her foal, protecting it as it learns to stand on its own 2 feet. So maybe you've been mollycoddling your kids and explore the wide world. The mare symbolises unconditional love, the tenderness of the great goddess for all her children. There is nothing stronger or more enduring than mother love, but it seems that somebody hasn't got that. And your fears of being abandoned, so there is the abandonment issues. or unloved may have some basis in reality. So you people please because you don't want to be disliked. But take care to separate nightmares from reality. So nurture yourself and others, nourishment, protection. Give your whole heart in tender love. What part of you aches to be loved? And finally, Pampava somniferum orientale, the poppy. Remembrance. Honouring the dead. And number 20, Judgment Day has arrived. The poppy. Pavara somniferum. The moon, Venus and Mars. We talked about Venus, didn't we? Mars is war, the moon is hidden things. The element is water. So, the opium poppy has a long history with rich magic, medicine, and politics. Wow, there you go. Being the source of a powerful class of drug known as opiates, the root of morphine, opium and heroin. Poppy has been linked to Neolithic humans and the land of summer and ancient Greece, so drug addiction could be a possibility. Used as both medicine and in mystery traditions with a wide range of different species and varieties of poppy. Being such a widely cultivated flower, not all species contain opiates, but all have a magical and medicinal virtue. Carvings of many Greek goddesses are depicted holding poppy flowers. The mother goddess Demeter transformed the young man she loved, Mekon, into the poppy flower. Hypnos, so hypnosis, and later Morpheus, the gods of sleep and dreams, are associated with the plant. Rituals of the mysteries of life, fertility, death, resurrection, are within the realm of this plant's magic. Today they are associated with remembrance, rituals of the wartime dead, along with the sleep and death. The prolific seed are associated with financial gain and abundance. Poppy has been used in love potions formulas to attract, enchantment, bewitch. Like other plants, the small prolific seed, poppy can be associated with invisibility and confusion. So it confuses the mind. So if you want to be on point, you've got to stay off the alcohol, the drugs, etc. Being particularly helpful in throwing off law enforcement seeking to capture or prosecute. There you go. The seeds do not contain the opiate latex but are still quite magical. Though viewed often with suspicion in modern minds due to the heroin drug class, poppy has been traditionally considered as a great friend and ally to humanity. The essential nature of the poppy is in soothing and treating deep exhaustion and illness. So that's why you need to rest. Poppy helps us truly rest and regenerate, listen to our dreams and let go of our sense of agendas, accomplishment and competition. One might argue that drug abuse takes that to the extreme, but when called upon in a healthy relationship, the poppy spirit brings balance between our sense of doing, with structure and responsibility, and simply being without rigid structure, allowing new creativity to develop. Here, poppy appears as a dream phantasm to the sleeping poet artist. So take note of your dreams. Don't look at the Freudian meaning, look at the spiritual meaning. Reclining in slumber, surrounded by stars outside and within. The twin guardian stag skulls illuminated by candlelight urges us to seek the truth between the horns among the stars. So probably then it could be somebody that's coffin has the stars and stripes on. Poppy tells you to pay attention to your dreams and find your creative voice in those dreams. Let go of assumptions about yourself and what you can and cannot do. Find your creative sense of self and enter in the mystery of your own being and return with your own treasures. So, you will learn something during your dream time. Rest and regeneration is essential to your health. Thanks for listening.